Mm-hmm. Hello. How are you? J-Cat. Hey, Jessica. Funky Smell. That's a fun name. Welcome, you guys. Posh Artwork. I'm doing really good. Really, really good. Thank you. I'm just going to be swatching some stuff. Give it a couple minutes. I know everybody. So I put up a poll and almost 30 votes voted to finish the line work on stream, which was the majority. But I remembered that I actually needed the line work for something. So I went ahead and finished the line work so we could work on painting it tonight. I felt really bad about that, but I also forgot that I needed it for something. Hey, her unseen scars, how are you? I was kind of messing around with some colors earlier, seeing what I could create with it. Oh, that's actually not bad. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I actually cut it out of my sketchbook. Thanks. I'm excited. I'm gonna actually zoom it in for you guys. I am doing really well. Pixie, you made it. Okay, so these are the brushes that I'm using. I'm not gonna go through their names because they're just a variety. Most of them are Princeton, I think, but this is just a cheapy one, and that's because I like to have a digging brush in the palette because I don't want to ruin my nice brushes. How are you, Pixie? So this is the palette I'm working with. This is a combination of Core watercolors, M. Graham, and Sennelier. Yes, a cheapy brush, Rainy. It's a cheapy brush, like dollar store brush. All right. And also, guys, if you ever want a mixing palette, just go to the hardware store and buy ceramic tiles. They're like 87 cents. It's great. I actually need to stop collecting them. Gosh, I almost feel like it's Art Snacks in 20. The baby chickies. It's good to see you on here, Rainy. Hey, PS Wags, how are you? I'm gonna swatch this color one more time because I don't trust it. Oh no, yeah, that's good. In fact, I just grabbed my cheapy brush. That's okay, it works the same. I'll switch it in a minute. How you doing, Rainy? Hooked on the Art Snacks app on Mix? That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's pretty great. And this is why I love watercolor, guys. You can do so much. There's so many undo buttons with them. I call them undo buttons because I worked in Photoshop for a long time. I haven't drawn for days. I've been working on a clay piece for a friend's birthday. Oh, that's fun. That's a good way to stay creative, especially, recovering from Inktober and stuff. That's awesome. I wish I was talented with clay. That's becoming a huge thing right now. I'm seeing more and more artists getting involved with it. It's pretty great. Hey, How Odd Nicole, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. I always forget to paint the ears. I don't know. Until I start to move towards the hair, and then I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, ears. Those are a thing. Giddy! How are you? Let's just say you're doing it. Therefore, you're automatically better than I am. Just put it that way. Just determined enough to make it look decent. That's good. That's awesome. All right. don't have enough camera space to show my entire setup here, but that's okay. I am doing really good. For those that haven't seen my Instagram stories, I booked my first Comic-Con today. So I'm going to be tabling at Rose City Comic-Con in Oregon this September. I'm so excited. It's been a dream of mine for like 5 years now. Ever since I first visited Comic-Con. I know, I'm so excited. Yes, I think it'll be amazing. Okay, now I gotta figure out what to do for her hair color. Thanks. Perfection Knits, how are you? Hey, Carrie Creations. I need to figure out what to do for her hair. In the meantime, I'm gonna figure out an antler. Like just like a muted antler color. I'm not a fan of this song. A little too disco-y. I just want to go to one on my bucket list. They're so worth it. Oh my gosh. Good. I'm glad Perfection Knits. I see a green or a purple for the hair. I was almost leaning towards a red because I still have flowers that I need to put in there. But a green or a purple is good. I think that I'm gonna deviate away from the greens just because there's a lot of other foliage and stuff. This is a burnt umber mixed with a little bit of Payne's gray, and it creates like a nice bone color. Hey, the unofficial Expliaria? I totally butchered that username. I'm sorry. A red-orange. I was kind of thinking of red-orange because then I could make the flowers in her hair purple and then all the foliage green. So there's still like a lot of green-purple options. I might do that. Green hair because nature. That's awesome. Yeah, I think because she's wearing like foliage for clothing, I think I'm going to put the green there. But there will be plenty of green. I kind of want to give her like orange hair though. Let's try orange hair. Just speaking to me. But we'll make it like a deep reddish orange. Because why not? So what has everybody been up to today? What do you guys think of that color? Too red? Too orange? I don't know. I like it. Although I'd probably ombre it. A burnt orange. Yeah. I'm thinking like a burnt orange. Because this is a good color. It's just Little Mermaid red for me. So I'm going to try like a burnt orange. See what I can get with that. And maybe I'll add just a little bit of Terra Rosa with that. Ooh, I might have found it. Ooh, there we go. I found my color. Do you want to use a lot of colors or only a few? I'm thinking like a semi-limited color palette, I think. But I mean, I don't mind varying the tones in the colors. The first layer seems a little bright, like a little pale, but I'll deepen it as it goes. I always like to go lighter first instead of darker, because then I can just add things as I go. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. Yeah, I think this color is going to work out well, especially as we start to deepen it more and more. I finally finished sketching a doodle drawing. That was a challenge, and I haven't even done line work yet. That's okay. Sometimes it takes time, but as long as you're enjoying the process, I mean, that's what matters. It's all about enjoying the process. I actually look forward to different areas. I think the thing I look forward to the least is sketching. But I love drawing like movement and people. So I guess that's not entirely true. But then I always look forward to, okay, now I get to ink. Okay, now I get to paint. Sometimes I just have things on hand to save for those days when I'm strictly in an inking mood and not in a drawing mood. Then I have something I can work on. Same with painting, and sketching is always easy. Well, easy to start with if I'm in a sketching mood. I decided to try something different. Ooh, I like that. Thank you. The unofficial, okay, how do I pronounce it? Playara? Or do you have a name that I call you by instead? Please feel free to correct me on your username. Sketching is probably my favorite part. I thought it wasn't mine, but then I realized it's like, you don't get any of this without sketching first. So I'm like, no, yeah, sketching has got its place. I would say that sketching is probably the hardest part for me. I'm doing the children's book right now, and sketching everything is by far the hardest part. It's taken me weeks to get to finish and accomplish with the concept art and stuff, and now I'm working on the line work, and I'm almost done with the line work. So I'm like, okay. Then again, I sketch in pen a lot, so don't often have to do line art. Hey, Kiona, how are you? Cassie. Okay, I can call you Cassie. Awesome. It might take me a few times to remember, but don't worry, I will remember at some point. But I can remember right now, so that's good. We're going to have the red coming out from the roots, I think. We're going to, like, put this red in some of the shadowy areas and kind of ombre it out. Sorry, out doing errands. I want to pop in and say hi. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. And that's okay. You can catch the replay. Also, guys, last week's live stream, I put it on my YouTube channel. So it doesn't show the comments, but it's there if anybody wanted to, like, watch where we were doing last week. Somebody had mentioned they don't have enough Wi-Fi. Their Wi-Fi's not strong enough to catch the live stream, so I just went ahead and popped over, and because I save all my live stream videos. So yeah, it's over there. Sketching is the hardest. I would say it definitely can be the hardest. And then sometimes that's all I want to do. But I love it. Whenever I'm in the mood, I just like stockpile sketches and then I save them all and just work on them like intermittently. Simultaneously? I don't know. I work on them when I have time. Okay. This red is definitely starting to distinguish the hair from the skin, which is good. I might be able to add some like purple undertones to this hair. That'd be kind of cool. And I'm just painting with the digging brush, but it's okay. It happens as long as it works. I'm just going to check on the comments. Okay, good. Sorry, didn't mean for the camera to wiggle. What other kinds of projects are you guys working on right now? Pixie's working on clay. Jessica's doing sketching. Wait, a doodle? You said it was a doodle challenge? Is it from like a specific prompt list, or is there another challenge going on somewhere? I'm always curious to find out new challenges, you know? Oops. Because I'm falling asleep. Oh yeah, go ahead and go to sleep. But thank you for stopping in so early in the morning. Yeah, this video will also be available on replay for 24 hours, so you'll have time. And I'll see about trying to upload this video up in my YouTube probably tomorrow. Just because I think Henry and I have to go to the store after this. I've been doing more reading than art lately. Hey, that's good too. You can get so much inspiration from reading. I miss reading. I don't read as much anymore. I don't have as much time, and it puts me to sleep, weirdly enough. But I do love reading so much. I just saw some really talented kids do these pop culture hoodie pages, and it looks so cool. Ooh, nice. That sounds awesome. Well, hey, Madeline, how are you? You snuck in. Sadly, I've been doing more college work than art. I mean, that's fair. That's understandable. But school should be getting out pretty soon, shouldn't it? Some commission work here and there. I said earlier, I'm creating 10 more Christmas. Oh, that's right. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I've got some commission-esque ideas that I will be, well, hopefully able to open up once my deadlines are done. So, but we'll see how that goes. I'm getting some new books in soon, so I'm really looking forward to getting started on them. Awesome. Sketches posted on my Instagram, and I'll post works in progress. Awesome. December 12th is the last day. Oh, wow. That's like so close to Christmas week. Wow, that's insane. Are you at university or community college? Hey, Cheryl, how are ya? She tipped you graciously for them. Woohoo! That's awesome. Hey, G. Martez? Martez? Is that how I pronounce it? I think we're going to let this hair sit a little bit. And let's move on to some foliage. And now I keep grabbing the wrong brush. Since you said you're looking for a challenge, I created a flowering Tober-esque like challenge. Ooh, very cool. I don't have any time to do them right now, but I like to keep track of things like that for the future whenever it's like, somebody's looking for a challenge, or maybe I'm in the mood for a challenge or something like that. I like to have them on hand, One of those books in some research material to help me with costume design for some of my characters. Oh, wow. That's cool. I love your costume designing, Pixie. I love what your art snacks in 20. That was amazing. Hey, Chrissy, I haven't seen you in a long time. State College, awesome. I applaud you. Her Unseen Scars. Her Unseen Scars, do you have a first name I can call you by, or is just your username good? Ursa! Everything seems like a challenge to me. Hey, guess what? Me too. Everything. Okay, this is kind of giving like a Poison Ivy vibe right now with all the green going on. But I mean, that's okay. Guys, there's going to be so many leaves. I have to make sure that I'm watching the clock because I want to finish this tonight. Even if I have to cut some corners. Next week is Thanksgiving, I believe. Yes? So there won't be a stream next week, but we'll pick up the following week. Father-in-law fell. I've been watching the lives after the live. Oh, it's okay. I mean, that's what the replay is there for. But I'm sorry that your father-in-law fell. That's so sad. I hope that he's okay. I was just telling somebody that I've been, I might start posting the live stream videos to my YouTube channel, so that way people can continue to watch them there after 24 hours. But yeah, we definitely miss you on the live streams. Marietta, or middle name, which is Elena. Whichever one you prefer. Whichever one you prefer. Turkeys. I always like to put a base coat down first and then go in afterwards with more shading. I feel like it gives more life. Hey, Retsu the Tiny Potato, how are you? Elena. Okay, Elena it is. I can do that. I guess I should have guessed. If you'd offered up your middle name to begin with, then it's probably usually the one you go by. I don't know many people that offer up their middle names unless that's what they prefer. But regardless, I got permission from you yourself, so it's all good. I might even add like maybe some blue into this, or maybe some red into these leaves or something. Then it'll create kind of like a brown hue almost. Thank you. My goal is to finish her tonight. I want to finish her tonight. In fact, let's go ahead and offset some of these leaves with no, they're not that off, but that's okay. This is the color from her shirt that I was doing, but totally fine. I got my last name. I go by my last name sometimes, especially with work. People tend to pronounce Dana wrong. Oh no. Wait, did I pronounce it wrong? Oh no. If I did, I'm so sorry. Normally people don't believe my middle name. What, can I ask what your middle name is out of curiosity? Because I'm intrigued now. It's easier when people pronounce my first name wrong most of the time. I mean, that's fair. I come by that a lot. Lots of Thanksgiving. Woo! You guys are rolling off there. Do you have lots of Thanksgiving plans next week? Next week, well, my mom's birthday is on Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna go visit my in-laws for lunch, dinner-ish. Oh, I did pronounce your name wrong. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Is it Dana? With like, oh shoot, I always get my long and short names mixed up. Do you enjoy streaming here on Instagram? I thought about doing it, but I'm nervous and I feel like no one would watch it. Just try it. I felt the same. I love streaming on Instagram. I've done Twitch, but I really prefer Instagram just because it's such a tighter knit community. And the people that join your live streams are the people that follow you. And yeah, I'd say just do it. You'll never know until you try. Middle name is Pretty. Wow. I mean, I've come across way like further out there names than that. So that's not that surprising. I think I used to work at a women's clothing store and we would write the names on the dressing rooms. And I'm pretty sure I came across that name as a first name. Dana. Dana? I think so. Oh, I did. Oh, that's right. Dana. Okay. I may have to give it a try then. You should totally do it, Pixie. And guess what? Look at it this way. If nobody shows up, then nobody saw. And you have nothing to worry about anyways. I think that people would show up to your stream though. Any tips on character design? I'm just starting to get over my self-confidence of drawing people, so I'm trying cartoon and character designing. I'm dabbing in it, but I'm wobbly with it. I mean, I definitely say don't try to go too far outside the comfort zone. So draw things that you like things that you know. So if you like to draw fairies, don't be trying to draw baseball players kind of thing. That might be a really bad example, but draw whatever inspires you, even if it's like only pieces here and there. One of the ways I get inspired is I actually look at objects or take ideas. Like I think on an Arts and Accent 20, I got so excited about drawing rust on one of the trains, on the train piece, that I thought it'd be really cool to draw a whole character based on rust and like what the personality would be. But that sometimes can be a little bit much. That is a bright side. I try to look at the bright side. It's not meant to be discouraging at all. But no, you do super well on a live stream, Pixie. You should totally try it. I feel like if anybody's interested in trying a live stream, by all means, go for it. I think that we need more live streamers out there. And mixing a purple with a red. See what we get. Kind of like a burgundy-ish color. Needs more purple. It's not a true purple. It's like a quinacridone violet, which is by Engram, so it's a staining property for sure. And I feel like it's just a little bit too bright. So let's try dioxazine purple, just a little. That's better. It's like a warm purple. Oh, cool. Yay. Hey, watercolor Bambi, how are you? Okay, I'm going to switch to a smaller brush real quick because we're moving into some smaller detailing. And we're going to purple up these flowers, yo. Okay, we got like 35 minutes. Well, 30 minutes because I got to cut off like 5 minutes before. Been loving all your fawns, by the way. Super pretty. Thank you. I'm actually collecting all the line works to see if I can have enough to publish a coloring book. Because I think that would be fun. Love fairies and mermaids, well, and baseball, so I feel like you hit that out of the park. I mean, it was just an example. If you like drawing, I mean, I don't like drawing baseball. I don't like the sport. But if drawing baseball inspires you, I mean, draw something, heck, draw a baseball playing mermaid or fairy. That'd be so cool. The fairy in the outfield, she's flying in the sky almost. That's the outfield. That'd be so cool. Is there a way to hide comments momentarily to see the piece a little better? I don't think so. I haven't found a way, but there we go. I can try and scooch it up for you guys so you can see this happening more. Sorry about that. By the way, hi, Grind Creations. How are you? Hey, Mish. Mish. That's kind of fun to say. Good. I'm glad, Watercolor Bambi. All right. I did all that, and now I want like a pinky red. Like a pinkish, not super bright, just a little. Let's see. How are you doing? And you know what? We'll go in with another color after these dry. I don't know if it's going to look too Christmassy or not, but that's okay. Christmas fun isn't bad. Your art inspired me to get into character stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, I've loved drawing people, and it's been a long time, and I mean, not a long time since drawing people, but it's been a long time practicing people, and I wanted to draw characters because I knew I would never run out of inspiration, and so the fact to hear that makes me so happy. Oh, yes, I love it. Great to see you again. This is coming out great. Hey, thanks, Grind. Grind Creations. I don't think I remember your first name. Do you mind if I ask? Or do you prefer to go by Grind Creations? Foliage is kind of reminding me of stained glass at the moment for some reason. I mean, that's fair. It's probably because there's not a whole lot of shading in there. But I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's actually kind of a cool effect. Your Inktober was magic. Oh, thank you. That's sweet. I had a lot of fun this Inktober. Each year gets better and better. Looks like spring or summer. It kind of does. Hey, Chubby Dwarf. How are you? Chubby Dwarf, yes. For a second, I thought it meant Chubby Wolf, which also would have been adorable. Thank you. I'm going to just add some leaves. And I think I'm going to try and put some of that purple color in her hair. Just like the undertones. See what I can get in there. I forgot how many little leaves are in here. And I have to go and give her skin some more shading. Maybe I'll make the butterflies teal so they kind of pop a little bit. Eric! Everybody says Grind? Okay. I can call you Grind. This one's trying to hide right there. There we go. Let's see. Let's go back to her skin a little bit. Teal butterflies. What are you using for color? This is watercolor. So this is my palette. It is a combination of Sennelier, M. Graham. I guess there's one Daniel Smith in there. And Core watercolors, mostly. So there might be like a couple extra odd ones. But yeah, this is my go-to palette. It's pretty much got, these are like pretty much the watercolors that I own. There's a few others that aren't in here, but these are the ones I use most of the time. I know you showed your brushes earlier, but do you find yourself using smaller or larger brushes usually? I tend to usually stick around like these sizes. I love this Quill mop brush. This is called a Quill mop brush. It is super nice. It's kind of got that pointed. I see a lot of like Instagram videos of people using it, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. And I finally found the name, and it was Quill mop. So if you're interested in that type of brush, check it out. This one's by Raphael. And it's good to hold a lot of water and a lot of paint in one thing. But I do tend to use a lot more like medium-ish. But my pieces of watercolor I don't usually do a lot of washes either. I don't cover lots of surface all at once. I usually do smaller illustrations, so it works for me. I will say, guys, there is something to be said about having a decent flathead brush, like a large flat brush. Invest in one, because you won't regret it. Trust me. Hey Gary, how are you? Looks like a good wash brush. Yeah, it is, but with the barrel brushes, you want to be really careful because they can actually cause, like, in my experience, maybe it's just my paper, I'm not sure, but they can cause like this bubbling to happen on your page, and you can't get rid of them until they dry. It's super annoying, which is why I say a flathead brush. It makes a world of difference when you're trying to get like a solid wash. But it is good for filling like large spaces. I have one smaller quill brush and I love it. I haven't tried the small ones. I really want to. I only like to use colored pencils. I admire that because I am not good with colored pencils anymore. It used to be my like primary medium that I used to use, and it's just not there anymore. But that's okay. Let's try and start this over because my music ran out. I need to go music shopping and I keep procrastinating it. All right, I'm gonna swatch something out here. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. I'm just gonna go for it. I'll try and fan it out. That'll definitely create like a different shading. I've been using that Filbert Snap brush we got in the Art Snacks box a while back for washes. Oh, that's good. That's really good. It could probably work best in 300-pound cotton paper. That is true. Hey, Doc, how are you? I'm trying to figure out how to keep my watercolor paper from bowing up. Tape it down to a hard surface, and you can actually, I sometimes buy cutting boards, like cheap cutting boards from Walmart. And I take like a painter's masking tape. It works the best. And, but I take it back. There can still be bowing from that. You might need to actually stretch your paper before you apply paint. And there is a whole process for that. So you can actually research, stretching watercolor paper and try it and see how it works. I got so frustrated with typical watercolor paper that I switched to watercolor art boards, and I love them. Oh, that's cool. I will say this is on Canson XL watercolor paper. I mean, Canson is it's an okay brand. It's a decent brand for starting out, and it actually gets some stuff done. But I use this so much because I don't feel afraid of messing up on it. And it also, because I don't do traditional watercolor styles on it, it works for me. But if you're trying to get like traditional landscapes and washes and things, definitely invest in 100% cotton paper. Otherwise, this is really good to use for starters. Haven't looked back since. Hey, if it works, I mean, go for it. I have not painted dwarves yet. My husband and I play in a campaign where he plays a dwarf, and I kind of want to draw him at some point. But eventually. Arches is good quality paper. It is. Speaking from experience, it is. It's just very expensive. But, you know, most good papers are. I think it was, let's see, Canson's artboards are nice. Better than their papers for watercolor and such, in my opinion at least. Oh, that's really cool. I might have to try some. I didn't know that Canson made them. I will say this. I think it was Danica Sills, an artist that I follow. She said in one of her videos, you can take crappy art supplies on really nice paper and make something really great. But it's really hard to take good art supplies on crappy paper and make something great. Paper quality can be key. Hey, Mom, how are ya? I really like this purple in her hair. It gives like the perfect shadow. And you can't even really tell that it's purple. I'm gonna give her brown eyes. Let's do brown eyes. That's a gold color. Let's see. There we go. And we're just gonna, purple is so nice for shadows. It is actually the universal color for shadows in everything. There we go. Purple is so great. I feel like purple is the encouraging color. It's like, hey, let's make you look good to every other color out there. Hey, Jason. Especially if you can make a little on the gray side. Exactly. There we go. And I haven't decided on the lips yet, so we're going to come back to that. I'm going to work on those butterflies, man. Do some teal butterflies. Tealish green. Maybe more blue teal. Purple? I put purple in her hair to give it some tone. And now we're adding like blue butterflies. I love blue butterflies. I also love, my favorite butterfly is monarchs. I love monarchs, like the orange and the black. Oh, so pretty. Hey, Michael. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever, man. Lips, yes. That's a good idea. I'm worried that because I'm trying to get like a more of a tanned look, that the pale pink lips might match too much. But I'm probably going to dabble in some of that area because there's a lot of other brown tones around her. And I still have to fill in her tattoo there. Good, we're doing good. I got like 10-ish minutes to get this foliage done, so let's get it. Let's get to it. I forgot what it's called, but there's a blue butterfly that I really love. Is that sparkling blue one? I think so. Pale pink for lips. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Orange. Orange lips? I feel like there's so much orange going on. I feel like I need something to break it up with. But I think I'm going to dabble in some pink. I think so. If we can get something like this pink, then it will just kind of like frame the whole thing. Be really nice. Thank you. How do you store your pieces when finished? Usually I actually buy one of those portfolio things, like for loose leaf stuff like this. I'll usually buy a portfolio from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, like one of those big portfolio books, and I usually just stick them in there because they're finished. I know that they're finished and they're not going anywhere and they're not going to be bumping around. I used to put them in a folder with little sleeves, like a three-ring binder, which was fine when I was younger. It served the same purpose. And then I was going through a phase where I just stored them all in the front of my sketchbook, but they tend to get damaged when doing that. So I try and separate them out. Unless they're in a sketchbook, they just live in the sketchbook. Hey, Art Snacks. How are you doing tonight? I don't know who's on, if it's Sarah or Lee, but hello and welcome. Hey, Amo. Hey, Lee. Super glad you could make it. Or at least pop in. A lot of mine end up on a twine clothesline-ish thing on my wall after I seal them with some spray. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, spray sealant is definitely helpful. Although I had a mishap because I used like a gel pen and I tried to put some fixative on it and it ate the gel pen. So yeah, I'm just going to stick to plastic sleeves. Pound cake, huh? I'm about to post what's up on Mix. Ooh, awesome. Posh Artwork was just telling me how they're obsessed with it. The Mix network. It's super awesome. I can't wait to see it after the live stream. I'll definitely check it out. It feels like a really special day because we get Thursday updates and then we get what's up on Mix all in one day. Super awesome. Trying to hurry up with this so I can get my white highlight going. Sealant misadventures. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I was thankfully able to repair them. But yeah, it was like a little bit of a shock. I didn't stop to think about, non-high quality art supplies mixed with sealants that are normally meant for fine arts. I'm different than other artists. They paint real life stuff, but I draw cartoons instead. Same. My realism is not worth crap. I set out a long time ago knowing that I wanted to do cartoons, that I wanted to do people, and so glad that I did. That's so weird. It ate the gel pens, though. It is, but honestly, I'm not really surprised in a way because gel pens are a cheap quality art supply. I mean, I haven't seen an expensive gel pen really. Probably, I still don't know. My fixative is old. It could also be that it was aerosol. And it could just be, it's either a combination of that. It's old, it's meant for fine arts, or it's just aerosol. So, because I used a matte varnish on it by Liquitex, and it was totally fine. I'm glad you're proud of it. Do you draw a lot of dwarfs? Chubby dwarf? Okay, let's try and get a lip color. And I'm going to get a little bit more shading in there. And we'll see. Ooh, that tattoo looks reflective in the camera. That's cool. In fact, I'm just going to try mixing a pink and a brown and see what we get. I kind of like that. It's like a rosy brown color. I'm going to add a little bit more brown to it. Ooh, that's really nice. Pretty decent luck with sealant and gel pens, but maybe it's just the sealant I use. It could be. It also depends if you're using a fixative or like an acrylic spray. But again, mine is like really old. It's like a decade old. So I didn't even stop to think about that. It could just be that. Okay, get a little bit more pink in there. Kind gonna ombre that. Okay, we're gonna... If this timer runs out on me before I'm finished, I will start another live stream to finish it off. Because I want to see this through. Let's see. And we're just gonna... I mostly use Krylon sealant specifically for watercolor and such. Before that was Winsor & Newton varnish. Huh, good to know. I will have to look into it. I will say that when I use like a painting varnish, I have used Liquitex matte varnish, and I love it. So I've been really happy with it. It's like perfect to seal the covers of my sketchbooks with. And I've been super pleased. But that is really good to know. Did you mention it was a spray-on or is it like a paint-on type sealant? I am really glad that you like it. I know, layering colors. Always, with watercolor especially, always start lighter and work your way darker. I actually do the same thing with Copic markers. I will start lighter and I will work my way to darker, because there's just, Copics especially, there's something about whenever you put a lighter color over a darker one, it's like the alcohol in it starts to lift up the dark shadows, and it just doesn't look as pristine in my eyes. Varnishes are really nice for enhancing the colors and such, and it's a spray-on that I use. Oh, okay, good to know. I will remember that. Okay. I need to add a little bit more shading to foliage in her top, but that'll be easy, super quick and easy. And then I think start on the highlighting, because I think that's all I'm really missing. Actually, no, I lied. I need to give her some rosy cheeks, because fawns need rosy cheeks in my mind. Rosy cheeks and white freckles. And it's even okay if it's like just a tad little blotchy there. And just to accent that, we're going to go ahead and add that effect to her shoulders. Totally ate that up. That's okay. I have to go. I'll see you later. Okay, thank you so much for hanging around, Watercolor Bambi. It was really nice talking with you. I hope you have a good night. Okay. Now it's time for my favorite. I gotta find it here. This is my pen case, guys. This is like, it's a madness. It's all madness. All right, I've got my Sakura ones, and now I will say this. Sakura, oops, sorry. The Sakura Jelly Roll pens, they're super great, but when you're going over water-soluble things in particular, you definitely want to have the larger ones, the larger tips. It works so much better in the long run. I thought that I would get a lot out of the 0.5 size, but I don't. I should probably add some more shading to those purple flowers, but we're just going to do this first because we can. I'll add some more shading. I'm going to add some more shading to those ears. What am I blotting with? Just a paper towel. Just a paper towel. I buy the Viva paper towels. They're almost like a cloth. They're like really thick. And I just actually store them. I recycle as many as possible, and I put them on this teacup plate so it doesn't get my desk wet and start warping it. But yeah. Just a paper towel. It's amazing. And I don't know if people know this, but the top lip is always the darker one because it's got the most shadow. I have to go. Thank you for showing the video for us. Hey, no problem. Hey, Ben. Tara JW Lettering, how are you? The smaller gel pen tips tend to be really scratchy, unfortunately. I think that they get clogged. That's my best assumption, is that they get clogged. Yeah, see, that I was using the 8 for this, and now I'm using the 10, and it's just like a big difference in my mind, at least. I don't even try to use the 5 unless it's on a Copic. Copics, you can get as much, like, white gel pen on there as you want. Super great. And we're just going to show just some highlights here and there. Hello from Austin, Texas. Awesome. Hey, thanks, Grind Creations. Have a good one. Thank you for coming in. Okay, and that is dry enough. So we're going to just go ahead and add some little white freckles. Because it reminds me of like how the deer have their white freckles. And now, I always do this. I always start on this side, then I try to move over here, and it just, I think it's like how my brain is wired or something. And we're just going to go down here for a little bit. Not starting from that side. Thanks, Pixie. Thanks, Jessica. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm actually pretty happy with her. I have the same problem, except mine is because I'm the lefty. Oh, no. You know, I was born ambidextrous. My mom made me choose. So I kind of just blame it on that. I'm like, I think I have the mind of a lefty. We'll say it's that. Who is this character? This is just a random doodle I did coming out of Inktober. I was soaking my feet one night and bored, so I sketched it. And we're finishing it on live stream. Because why not? Smudge hand all the time, right? Totally getcha. Did you know that Sarah, co-founder of Art Snacks, is a lefty? Man, she knows all the lefty problems. A little butterfly on her nose. I know, right? Let's go ahead and add a couple little dots. Little dots. I like that the butterflies aren't completely filled in, you know? And I messed up right there, so we're just going to add some white gel pen and cover it up. The thing about watercolor especially is that I love that you can just like move around the piece. It's like the ADHD of art mediums. It's amazing. A lot of artists are lefties. It's true, actually. Hey, Joe, how are you? I'm slightly ambidextrous. I bowl and play basketball left-handed as well as use the right, left-handed, but mainly right with my right hand. Oh, okay. Out of 5 kids, 3 of us are lefties, and my parents are both righties. My husband is a righty who was raised by a lefty. He was homeschooled by his mom. Oh, no. I did not see that there. That's okay. There we go. It's all fixed. Do you ever do the wrong shadowing on things and then realize it when you are doing the finishing touches, like the white on gel pens? I do it all the time. It's frustrating. Yep. Totally do it all the time. But it's totally okay. Because eventually we get better. But they're still great in the meantime. Okay, let's add a little bit of love over here to the foliage. I'm mostly right-handed, but I ended up learning to fence left-handed due to injuries on my right wrist. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. You know how to do fencing. I'm jealous. I can draw with my left hand if I choose to. It has a completely different style than my right one, and it's not nearly as controlled, but that's part of the style. But it is possible. And I've been debating about trying to foster it more, if I wanted to even try. I know sometimes when it comes into like filling places, like filling spaces on a canvas or on a painting or something like that, I will use both hands, which is kind of nice. I've actually done it a little bit on the Art Snacks and 20 streams here and there. I've done right and left. All right, it's gonna boot me off in 4 minutes, but that's okay. I want to post the ending of this. This piece is actually going to be for sale in my shop once the stream is over. I'm going to put this piece up for anyone who wants to purchase an original. I am ambidextrous. I find it frustrating because I never know what hand I should use to do it and do things. Oh no, I never thought about that. I was telling you earlier that my mom made me choose which hand to draw with. My hubby and I were in the same fencing lessons. We were actually fencing partners, and he got really disoriented when I switched. Oh no! Oh my gosh, that's amazing though. That's so cool. I love the fact that you guys did it together. Hey Flossie, how are you? Sorry, my piece is upside down. It'll be right back up in a moment. I just don't want to smudge this. You know what? I might just be able to like add. There we go. There's some definitions. Because those flowers, they could have had shading, but it's okay. Ah, there is my 2-minute timer. So I'm gonna quickly wrap this up because I think I can make it all in one stream. You hated it because when a righty and a lefty fence, everything is wide open and vulnerable to your opponent. Oh no! Oh, but that is funny. I love it. I love it so much. All right. So I might finish these up off screen, but this piece will be available in my shop in about an hour for sale. And I'll just make sure that I have all the remaining touches on it, but it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it, at least. Thank you. Thanks, Jessica. This was so much fun. Okay, and just a reminder that next week there is no live stream because it's Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holiday with your friends and family. I'm going to go ahead and sign this bad boy. And yeah, but there will be a stream to follow after next week. There will be a stream to follow. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I love talking art with you guys. And random life stuff, like fencing. That's so awesome. Okay. There we go. Thanks, you guys. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you next time.